Hi everybody. Sorry, I forgot my little thing here. There we go. I was just excited to see Doc. But hey folks. I'm excited to be back here today. We've got Animal Crossing. It's been a while, or it feels like it's been a while since I played this. It's been a few weeks. As I was doing the what's it called thing? Turkey Day. Yum. So we yeah, it's I was playing Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for a while, and I wanted to get back and play this for a little bit to just sort of show you guys some of the cool stuff that's happened recently. We actually got a new update not too long ago, which I'm pretty stoked about. I haven't taken advantage of it fully yet. I was going to do that on stream today so that you guys can see. And look, it's Maithwin. Hey Maithwin. Zucker wants to be under the sea because he's an octopus, so he probably has a garden under there. Just saying. But yeah, I haven't played super recently. I don't really play very frequently anymore on this game because I just don't have time. But I try to do, at least a little bit every couple of days or so. I honestly, at this point, I'm mostly just happy with where my island is and what I've got, what it looks like, all of that kind of thing. So primarily, I'm just looking for any of the interesting, goofy things that change up during the seasons and stuff like that. So that's most of what I'm looking for and at. But you can see we've got the beautiful fall colors with all of the trees and everything. Of course, as part of that, we also have the different bugs and fish that you can get. So I'll probably be doing a decent amount of that today, fishing that is. I haven't really caught very much, very many bugs throughout the fall. So for anybody who doesn't remember, well, I mean, it feels like a while ago now, but back in September, I think it was, I had to send in my Switch to get fixed, and so I missed a whole bunch of stuff. I basically stopped playing, of course, because I couldn't play, and it just got me out of the groove of playing every day and checking on all my stuff, all that kind of thing. So just sort of stopped it, but yeah, it's still nice to come back to the island every once in a while, especially because in a few days they're going to start winter. At least here they will. So I have my island in the northern hemisphere, which means that winter starts in December, on December 1st. So that'll be the official end of the fall season in the game. And it'll be pretty exciting. But that said, there's a couple of cool things that I wanted to show you guys. That came from a recent update that was last Thursday, I believe, if memory serves, where we now have the Turkey Day celebration. So here in the U.S., Thanksgiving is this Thursday, so that's our Turkey Day, as we call it. And in addition, they added in Toy Day on December 24th as well for Christmas celebrations, so it's pretty cool. But no, my villagers don't hate me. I haven't been away that long. And honestly, I don't know what it... Ooh. Everyone includes me! I need to bring food! Oh no! So we got some like new reactions. We got the Turkey Day and the Toy Day. A few other things came up in the new update that I'll show you in a bit as well. So it's pretty fun. But that said, I hope that everybody had a good weekend. Hope that it was a fun time for everybody, and it was at least a semi-decent Monday for everyone as well. For me personally, I will say my day today was really difficult. So I'm not feeling good, like at all. But I'm trying, you know. It's I was hoping to be able to make through it better, but so this is kind of a fun thing. You can catch maple leaves, and there's also a couple of DIYs that involves them. Like you can make a red leaf pile that you can put out and have as decor for the fall and everything. So it's kind of cool. Purchase what with the Nook Miles, Maithlin? What are you referring to? But oh, the reactions. That I don't know. I know they've got new hairstyles that you can buy with the Nook Miles, and there's a few other things that you can get as well. Yes. I need an Australian hat. Got 3D glasses. I think I already have the white pair. I need the black pair, so I can have my proper Doctor Who cosplay. But yeah, the Nook Miles tickets is where I was going to go a little bit later. But look, it's Rev! Hi, Rev! Welcome! Yay! Animal Crossing! Fun times. So, like you said, I hope that you guys had good weekends. And for those of you who are watching and are in the U.S., I hope that you have a good Thanksgiving week this week as well. I need to see what I've got. Let's see if I already have this particular one. Because I do want to get a different chalkboard for my room. Okay, I've got them all. Well, I've got all the ones I care about, I should say. And I think I've got that whiteboard as well. There's a specific whiteboard that I've been trying to find. It's like a math whiteboard, essentially. So, yeah. Well, I don't have this one, but I don't know what it's called. It looks a little bit more mathy, at least, but still not great. I do have a server already, which is awesome. But yeah, like I was saying, unfortunately, I had a pretty rough day today. I missed a really important phone call due to some technical issues on my end, which is just insanely embarrassing. And I had a very difficult morning as well. I woke up late. I couldn't do what I wanted to do, and I just had a difficult time. So it was just really bad overall. I tried to do some cool stuff, but okay, here we go. I get some new reactions. So this gives me some things like Haunt, I know is one of them, and then there's a couple others at least that I get. So many reactions. Ta-da! It's magic. So incidentally, the biggest thing, or one of the biggest things that you can get with that you can get with the new update is not something that you can get with the Nook Miles tickets, but rather it's another upgrade that you can get for your house. Unfortunately, I can't afford it right now. I need to get some money out of the bank. So, yeah. I'll show you guys what the shtick is here. So this is the consultation counter, the construction, and so see, we can expand the storage. So yeah, we can massively increase the storage capacity. So the previous limit on storage was 1,600 items, and now they're up to 2,400. So you get another 800 items, which is a pretty awesome deal, if you ask me. So it's fun. Oh, so how is the new WoW stuff, Rev? It's Shadowlands, correct? If I'm not mistaken. I hope that it's at least pretty good. Yeah, sorry. I even have my phone on ring now because I'm so worried about missing anything now after what happened. But again, that's amongst other things. Oh, Red's here. Hopefully I can get some decent art. That would be nice. Very cool. About to start the first stuff. Awesome! One thing I'll say is that I'm really excited about the what's it called, oh God, I can't think, I'm so sorry. Cyberpunk 2077, they started coming out with some of the initial reviews and stuff like that, saying that it's looking pretty amazing. So I think that would be pretty cool. And I'm debating pre-ordering it. I really don't like doing pre-orders though, but I might have to. Now, I don't remember if there is a way to tell what art I currently have, because I think I am missing that statue. Ooh, yay, dinner. I mean, dinner is nice at least. Has no necklace for it to be real? Okay, that's good to know. I just need to check to see if I've already got it, because I don't know if I do. Incidentally, you guys probably see me collecting up the random stuff. During the fall, you get mushrooms showing up next to trees. And that's one of the shticks for the fall. And you can do some different things with them. Right now, I just ate one so that I can bust up this rock. I'm trying to get all of my rocks to cooperate and go to specific locations. But of course they're not cooperating, so it is what it is. But hopefully I'll be able to see some stuff. Alright, so let me go take a look at the art. I just want to see if I already have the Venus. Ugh. Doesn't look like I do because I think that's the only place where statues go. I love the museum so much. I really do. Right? Yeah, I got the scorpion statue. So yeah, I did that kind of on purpose because I just thought it's a fun thing to have there and just kind of freak people out, be like, "Ah, scorpion!" Especially because it's actually like way bigger than it's supposed to be. It's funny because like the great white shark is a lot smaller than it actually is in the game, but the scorpion and especially this butterfly are way bigger. I don't know how they made the decision about scaling some of these things for the game, but it seems very arbitrary as to why some stuff is like ridiculously huge and others are like super, super small. I find it really fun personally. But yeah, I like the collectibles. I think that it's a cool little thing to do with Flick and CJ. So I try to have fun with it. Yeah, I guess you can see it's just the artistic liberty thing. Sorry, let me see what my phone is buzzing me about. Let's yeah, part of the thing is my phone does update reminders periodically to say like, hey, don't forget you got a thing. But of course it doesn't ring when it's supposed to, because why would it? So it looks like this doesn't have a necklace. Yeah, it doesn't. So I'll be able to do that at least, which is nice. One thing I will say that I'm super excited about is I'm having a short week this week. I'm taking some time off from work so that I'm not really going to be able to relax because I'm going to be doing a bunch of other stuff. Incidentally, this is where I want all of my rocks to show up, so I'm just sort of waiting for them to spawn randomly. Technically, the easiest way to do it is just to literally cover the entire island in various things so that you force the rocks to spawn where you want them. But the problem is it's really difficult and annoying to do that. One relatively easy way to get it done is you can do pavers like this, like the bricks or the stones or whatever, and rocks won't spawn on top of those. So that's one thing that I could do, but I just really don't want to. So, yeah. I'm the most pedantic person they know. That's how the scaling goes. I mean, maybe, probably. But it wouldn't surprise me. You gotta find the dude with the longest mustache, the smallest sunglasses, and the most elaborate beret, in order to make sure that your scaling is appropriate. Now, one thing that I'm looking for is the visitor for my island. Every day you have a visitor from outside, and my guess is that my visitor was in the town square, but since I'm in the town, since I started late, and this was literally the first time I logged in for the day, whoever the person was already gone. So that's my guess. But yeah. Learn a word. It's a Spanish lesson. I need to think of a good Spanish word. We can go with izquierda. So izquierda means left, just like derecha means right. But I prefer to say izquierdo, as in, yo, I'm a scarado, because it makes it sound like you're scared, but also that you're to the left, because I am a terrible, terrible gringo who hates everything and does awful cultural appropriations. So please don't sue me, and etceteras. But there, see, you guys got 2 for the price of 1. Because you can't have left without right. It just doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, some of my meds is starting to kick in a little bit. Oh, hi, Tiny. Good to see you. But yeah, I just I figured now it's a good time to play Animal Crossing today, just because there's relatively few changes that happen week to week, so it's a tough game for me to justify playing every week. But playing it every few weeks is pretty nice, because that way we get to see some of the major changes, like the new fish and bugs and stuff like that. It works out a little bit better. Particularly, I'm excited because starting next month on the 1st, so next week we're going to start to see the snow for winter, which is pretty awesome. And right now you can catch the maple leaves, which I did a little while ago. I showed you guys, but you can have the. Here, I'll show you the DIYs. So let me see. Is it housewares? I would think it'd be miscellaneous. Oh, excuse me. Maybe it is housewares. Wouldn't be equipment. Other makes sense. Oh. There we go. Seasonal stuff. The red leaf pile. And then the tree's bounty lamp, and then the tree's bounty little tree, and there's the mushroom wreath. That's what you can make with the mushrooms. I don't understand why you would put mushrooms in a wreath. That doesn't make sense to me, because they would get like super nasty and gross. I mean, I know they're mushrooms and they're already fungi, but like it would be even worse fungi growing on top of your fungi, and it's just not fun. Every party does need some fungi. That is true. So it's unfortunate that I missed my little visitor dude, whoever, or dudette, whoever it was. It could have been a label, but again, I don't particularly mind or care. So hang on one second. I got a message that I'm gonna respond to real quick. Sorry, I'm talking with somebody on Facebook about buying more stuff that I don't need, because apparently that's what I do now. Yay! Oh my god, you guys! I feel like crap. So bad. I am still pretty happy with my little rose garden here, though. Or, not my rose garden, but my flower garden. I think it looks pretty nice. I do have to clean it up, though, so maybe I'll do that in a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and go explore the sea a little bit. Before I go, though, I'm going to drop off stuff at my house, as well as donate some things to the owl, because I got some new things that I can donate. Oh, that's cool. Evolutionary deal making. I love it. Also known as a symbiotic relationship. Yeah, I heard the thing about the GSA. It is nice to hear, but I also know that we're never going to hear the end of any of the stuff that's happened here in the U.S. in the last few weeks. It's very unfortunate and frustrating. So yeah, and I do say that I want to apologize for not being super lively today. It is in large part due to not feeling well and having taken some various stuff to try and help me. So I do apologize. I'm I'm crossing my fingers that I'll be able to redo this phone call that I missed, and I honestly don't know if I'll be able to, though, but we'll see. What was the other thing I wanted to mention? Something else I forgot. Do you need tin cans for anything? I think you do. It's like stupid little stuff. So just to show you guys where I'm at, like you can see well, actually you can't see because I'm in the way. There you go. So see, I'm at 1590 right there, 1590 out of 1600. So that that storage expansion couldn't have come at a better time. So hooray! Ah! Tiny is taking over Mathewin's account. Bad Tiny. Sorry, I'm just responding to the thing. Yeah, I'm definitely a hoarder. I'm not nearly as bad as some folks as far as hoarding in this game, though. So I am very proud to say that. I have seen many people who are much worse than I am. So yes, but I know that people have been asking for like extended or expanded storage for, I mean, ever since people started getting the things. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Yeah, Mathewin is particularly bad about it. Just for fun, I'm gonna see how much my no, don't sell my whiteboard. I just bought that. I'm just gonna see how much my turnips are worth. I have not cared about turnips in forever, or it feels like forever. Hey, 95 bells. So if anybody bought them for 90, you can make an almost 5% profit. Well, actually, it's more than 5%. So boosh, there you go. Slightly higher than 5% profit right there. Yeah, boy. I was talking to a couple of people not too long ago where they were essentially doing one of the cheat exploits, feature bug, potato, tomato, where in this game, if you change the switch's date and time, then you're able to make Animal Crossing think that it's a different day. So I've heard of a lot of people doing this thing where basically you have one person who is on Sunday. Sunday is when you can buy turnips. That's the only day that you can do it. And then another person finds a particular day during their week and a particular time when turnips are really valuable. So then you can just sort of fly back and forth between each other's islands to buy a bunch of turnips and then sell them at a higher price to get like massive piles of cash type of thing. So it's pretty awesome. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm trying to find two things right now, or rather two categories of things at the moment. The first one and most important one is I'm trying to find a scallop, because that way my homeboy Pascal can show up and grant me his deep truth of the day. as well as hopefully give me something cool. The other thing is I don't know if there's any new stuff in the ocean here that I haven't gotten yet. So, yeah. That's the other stuff that I'm trying to get, basically. Unfortunately, no luck yet, but we'll see. We still have some time, so hopefully I'll be able to find it. Sea cucumber. So sea cucumbers are kind of cool. I was actually debating about buying a sea cucumber for my tank. But sea cucumbers, for anybody who's unaware, they have a very unique defense mechanism in that they regurgitate their intestines to fend off predators. And it's highly effective, as one might be able to imagine. So, yeah, fun times there. This is probably something pretty big. Come on, you little devil. So one of the tricks with trying to get these guys is to not do the breaststroke swim, and instead just do kind of the treading water swim. And then when you're really close to being on top of them, you can dive down and grab them. A little bit easier. Oh, come on! No, not quite. This thing better be good. There we go. Nice, a new thing. A sea pig? Okay. I will take your word that that is new. Hooray for sea pigs! And more kelp. Alright, so I gotta send a message real quick. We are all very jelly of Methuen and her massive amount of stored goods. But yeah, this definitely is a game that I can appreciate for the sake of just relaxing and not worrying too much about stuff, or trying not to worry too much about stuff. So I like it. Incidentally, for anybody who watches, I'm planning to do a special board game video this week, since it's Thanksgiving. So I hope that you guys will enjoy it. To be honest, I actually haven't recorded it yet, so I should probably get on that in the next, couple of days. Alright, good night, Tiny. It is bedtime. Dang it. Well, I still got plenty of space at least, so that's good. God, what a day. Such a bad day. Oh look, it's the end of the line. It is kind of nice though. I did get some good news at least, which is nice. Just not a huge amount of good news, unfortunately. it was sadly mostly bad news and basically uncomfortable conversations type of thing. So it was whoa, hello, King Crab Gore. Pascal, my homie! Finally! He shows up! We can get his deep truth, you guys! Are you ready? Aw, yeah. Alright, guys. Are you ready for the deep truth? Alright. It's the garage door. If eyes are windows to the soul, is the mouth a garage door? Makes sense. Always forget to close mine. Stick it in your skillet and let it simmer. Freaking Pascal, man. I love him so much. He is probably my favorite part of this game. So see, look. Now he's just sitting there with his little scallop just hanging. Not a care in the world. So awesome. I love it. Legitimately one of my favorite aspects to the game. And he was actually added in a later patch because we couldn't originally go swimming in the ocean. Oh, sure. Now I get lots and lots of scallops. I see how it is. He is super chill. This is true. Nice. Oh, a turban. Turban shell. So that must be for a turbo snail. I have a bunch of those as cleaners in my tank. They're pretty decent algae eaters. Ooh, hooray! You more and I'll have a tan. You know, somebody in one of my work group chats the other day made a joke, a funny science joke where they had written on their arm 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd, and just said, "Oh man, I should probably take a look at this mole," or like, "I gotta get this mole checked out." It's a hilarious chemistry joke for anybody who doesn't get it. A mole is actually a measurement of anything, really, but specifically it's used frequently in chemistry as the number of atoms in a mole. So, yeah. But you can have a mole of anything. You can have a mole of flowers. It's a lot of flowers. I personally made a joke about a tan, where I wrote on my arm like sine Danny over cosine of Danny, and I was just like, oh man, look at this awesome tan I got, because sine over cosine in math is equal to tangent. So needless to say, nobody laughed. Dang it, he left me a pearl. Do I already have all of the mermaid stuff? Is that the shtick? Is that what the thing is here? Because I thought I was missing some of the mermaid stuff. But, yeah, so basically Pascal will give you either pearls or he'll give you mermaid DIY recipes. So the mermaid stuff is kind of cool. They have some really interesting things. I don't know if I have the wallpaper and stuff in the rug. So there, see, I've got the mermaid wall. I like the underwater wall. It's pretty nice. And the underwater flooring. It doesn't look... I don't know if there is mermaid flooring. I assume that there is, but I don't have it. So, yeah. But, like you said, there's different things that you can get that are associated with these things. So a lot of them are furniture things that you can get. Let me see if I can find some of them. Most of these are color coded, which is kind of nice. So here, mermaid screen, shelf, arch, partition. Oh, that's shell. So I have shelf, screen, closet, and chair. And I'm guessing that I'm missing at least some stuff, essentially. But it's kind of annoying because I don't want to keep getting the what's it called? To keep getting the pearls. Now, don't get me wrong, the pearls are important because they're a crafting material for all of the mermaid stuff. But at the same time, I would rather have all of the recipes so that I'm able to make said mermaid stuff. If I ever care to. I'm not one to play this game for crafting things. That's not really my shtick in this game. Now, other games, I love crafting mechanics. And I look at them, I see them, and I'm like, this is so awesome, this is so much fun. And I don't know, it's just something about, in this particular game, I feel like it's too arbitrary. As far as why you're doing the crafting and what it does for the island and everything. I much prefer functional crafting, and while granted there is a lot of functional furniture and stuff like that in this game, there's only so much that you can fit in your house type of thing. So, yeah. More so, what I really want to know is if we're ever going to see some more house expansion stuff too. That's what I'm really curious about. So I think this is Admiral's house. So one thing that aggravates me about some things is you can have emoji, and in some cases you can have a keyboard shortcut for a specific emoji. So for example, a lot of times you'll see colon plus 1 colon is the a thumbs up, for example. So I use that all the time in most of my chat channels and stuff like that, but it doesn't work everywhere. And sometimes it'll work, for example, in Google Chat, but if you do it on mobile and if you just type it in, it doesn't work. And so it just shows up as the string of colon plus 1 colon, and then people are like, what are you doing? What does this mean? And I'm just like, it means thumbs up, I'm sorry! I'm so tired, you guys. I am excited though. I spent, so I mentioned it on Saturday, but I took last Friday off of work. It's just unfortunate because I didn't relax. I spent the whole time basically organizing and working. And so the room here is nicer, and then Saturday I worked all day, and then Sunday, Saturday and Sunday I worked, and then both Saturday and Sunday part of Saturday, most of Sunday, I worked a lot on my D&D campaign that I'm running. So that took a long time. The good news is that I think the thing went well. My session, I have my sessions every Sunday evening. So yeah, it's pretty brutal. But it's just about time for me to go. So the last thing I kind of wanted to do was just explore the museum a little bit, because it is legitimately my favorite place in the entire game to kind of just hang out. This is where all of the bugs and fish and art and everything go after you catch them. And they just sort of fly around and relax and do their thing. And it's so, so cool. And it's so pretty to see everything. I really, really love it. So like there's a bagworm right there. My wasp and the earth-boring dung beetle. The only thing that I really don't like about what they do with the collectible creatures and the critters is the fact that when you go and see them in the museum, you don't get information about them. It's only when you turn them into blathers that he'll be able to tell you about them. Like, see, I think this is kind of cool. We got the wharf roach and the hermit crab with like the miniature wave breakers inside. So there's the scorpion. This is for the tarantula. I do not have a tarantula yet. I don't know when they're supposed to come back, but basically when I got the game, I got it right as it transitioned between the two, because throughout the year you'll only ever have either tarantulas or scorpions at any given time during the year. So when I first started, like right when I started, the tarantulas stopped. So I couldn't get a tarantula. And I know that they're going to be coming back soon. But yeah. So after I capture my art, it flies around. Yeah. So this is actually one of my favorite rooms in the whole place. It's the butterfly exhibit. It's a lot cooler in the daylight, because all of the butterflies and everything are flying around. But you can at least see most of them sort of hanging out and stuff. It's just so pretty. It's really amazing. And I absolutely love it. But, yeah. Yeah, I hope that I'll be able to relax as well. I honestly don't know if I'll be able to. If I can even get a couple hours, I'll be happy. But like I said, today in particular was just very brutal and very difficult. And I was not a fan at all. But yeah, so this is the fish exhibit. I love the fish exhibit. It's probably, well, the fossils are really cool. So I'll say fish overall are my second favorite, but there is a specific part of the fish exhibit that's my favorite of the entire museum. So I love that. I love the sunfish. That's the big derpy looking dude on the far left there, who's coming around. That is a sunfish, and it just looks so derpy. Have my wife hit me with a large mallet. I don't think that would be a good idea. Yeah, I'm glad for the D&D campaign the other day. I think it went really, really well. I mean, basically it was extremely exhausting, because essentially the party was split into 3 different pieces. I had 2 pieces where I was splitting my time on Roll20 so that I could see what these 2 groups were doing, and then I had one other person, an individual person who was off doing something else that I was doing Discord discussions with one-on-one. And the problem is I have a mechanical keyboard, so whenever I type on it, then you can always hear it through the microphones. So I always had to find good times for me to mute myself so that I could type stuff out real quick and then hop back on so that I could say what was going on. But incidentally, this is actually my favorite part of the entire museum, is the coral reef exhibit that they have. It's absolutely gorgeous. I really, really love it. But yeah, it's I just like the way that it looks, and the fact that it looks honestly realistic as far as how you would set up a reef tank. The thing is that there's a lot of stuff in here that doesn't really get along too well, but like those 2 pipes that are in the back there, that's basically PVC pipe that would be used for the filtration system. The main problem that I have is this guy, the Mantis Shrimp. So Mantis Shrimp are really, really amazing. They are incredible creatures. They are absolutely gorgeous, and honestly, I want to get one for my little office space thing here that I've got. But the problem is, it's very difficult to house them with anything else because they are hyper aggressive, and they'll kill fish and crabs, crustaceans, all sorts of different stuff. And they will kill things that are much bigger than them. So incidentally, this is another cool thing to see, is the lighting system that they've got set up here. It's unfortunate you can't see the lights for the reef tank. I wish that you could. But having a suspended lighting system like this is really common. And again, you see like the PVC flow in to the tank there. Those lights are probably the equivalent of T5 lights, which are still very commonly used. I'm actually looking to upgrade my lights in not too long, so I'm really looking forward to that for my own reef tank, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, the what's it called? But the Mantis Shrimp they're beautiful creatures, and it's really impressive because there's essentially 2 different types. The I guess main type, or most familiar type, is how it got its name. It's called a scythe mantis shrimp, and it literally looks like a praying mantis because it's got large claws that bend down across its joints like this. And so it'll sit like this, and whenever fish come by, then it will go in and grab them like this. Sometimes, if the fish is small enough. If it's a bigger fish, instead what they do is they go like this, and they just straight up impale the fish. And we're talking about mantis shrimp that'll take down fish that are 2 or 3 times their size. It is insane. The other type of mantis shrimp is colloquially referred to as the hammer shrimp, because instead of having blades, they literally have a large chitinous blunted end, and they use it to smash shells of like crabs and crustaceans and stuff. But it's pretty awesome. So yeah, I would really like to have one in like a small 10-gallon tank or a 15-gallon tank in here, because it would just be, I mean, for one thing, I have a saltwater tank, but it's on the other side of the wall that's behind me that you guys can't see. And I love watching it. I love looking at it. And I asked for some stuff for the holidays to help make it nicer. And I can't see it. I can't watch it. I can't look at it. So I can't really appreciate it except at night. So it's unfortunate. But the thing is that this is where I work. this is my office. Well, it's a playroom, but I use it as an office. So, you know, it would just be cool to have a mantis shrimp. And the nice thing is that they tend to be relatively inexpensive because they're not super desirable. And it's kind of weird because there are two ways that things can be really inexpensive. The first way, well, three ways I should say. The first is that they're super abundant. The second is that they're not very desirable. And the third is sort of a combination of the two, where one of the most common starter fish is called damsels, so damselfish. And what's it called? Clownfish are actually part of the damselfish family, but they tend to be less aggressive than most damselfish. So they're okay, but I've had damselfish that have literally killed other fish. And we're talking about a fish that's like this big killing fish that are this big. And it ends up coming down to my $5 fish is killing $30 and $40 fish. So I'm sorry, homie, but you gotta go, type of thing. So yeah, it's pretty aggravating, but it's one of the things that you learn. So yeah, that's for the holidays. I asked for like a bunch of gift cards and stuff like that for online livestock retailers, so that hopefully I'll be able to get some cool stuff to expand my repertoire. And if I can get the lights that I want, then I'll be able to get some more, not intense, but some more sort of desirable and finicky corals, because the lights that I have right now are relatively weak, and the ones that I want to get are they're older. They're an older model of basically the best lights that you can get, essentially. So yeah, but online livestock retailers. Oh yeah, the Matrix scenes, they do come to mind a little bit. So it's funny that you mentioned the $5 fish being sushi. One of the there's a manager at one of the fish stores that I go to, and he used to have a mantis shrimp that was solo in a tank. And whenever any of his other fish got aggressive and mean, then in his big tank, he would take them and put them in the mantis shrimp tank so that the mantis would have a snack, basically. And it's like, it's kind of mean, but again, at the same time, you have to think of it basically like an investment, because, you know, you spend $50 on a really nice, expensive, gorgeous, beautiful, colorful fish, and you have this little $5 damselfish that goes around killing everything. Like, no, you're not going to deal with that. That's some bullcrap. But either way, I need to get going. It's past my time, and I'm pretty exhausted. But thanks so much for stopping by. I hope that it was at least semi-reasonable, and you guys got to see at least the end of the fall stuff, so that's pretty exciting. Again, we will be having the Turkey Day thing. Here in the US, at least, I don't know if it's a worldwide thing that they're doing Turkey Day. I'm sure that they're doing Toy Day worldwide, because Toy Day. But yeah, next time I stream this, it'll be sometime in December. So we'll be at the start of winter. Hopefully we'll have some snow and stuff like that we can take a look at, which I would be super excited for. But yeah, you guys all take care of yourselves. Have fun. And on Saturday, I'll be back with the Origami King, the Paper Mario. We'll be back again. We just finished the Blue Streamer, so looking forward to see what comes after that in that particular game. So thanks again for stopping by, you guys, and I will hopefully see you all Saturday.